Hey everyone, so I just want to make this video here. This is about the E550, the 2011 I just purchased. You can see I hand washed it, made sure it was all clean. I also cleaned the interior out on the vehicle. So right now it should be just about spotless. Turn the heater up in the shop here. And right now, I am going to start the process of fixing all the imperfections on the vehicle. So looking around at this paint here, you can see, especially in this lighting here in the shop, you can see this vehicle has a lot of imperfections on it. There's a lot of scratches. You know, it's just amazing how people don't take care of their vehicles. But, you know, to the layman's eye here, it's not terrible, but to somebody like me, you know, who does detailing here, this is a little, it just doesn't have the shine. This is a normal vehicle. This is just somebody's normal vehicle that they, you know, owned and they used it as a vehicle. So not somebody who was OCD about it. But you can see there's a few scratches here. I am going to touch this stuff up with some touch-up paint. I'll probably do a PDR on that as well. But the interior cleaned up excellent. I had to shampoo the carpets and really clean the vinyl and the leather here on the doors. They were actually a little dirty, and we cleaned the floor mats as well. But anyway, we are just going to kind of use this lighting to the best of our ability here and really just clean up this paint. You can see it's just missing that shine. It's an 11-year-old car with 11-year-old Mercedes-Benz paint. So what I am going to do here is basically bring this paint, you know, back to the best life that I can get it, and then throw a ceramic coat on here. And I do have to say, I'm not a huge fan about ceramic coats. For somebody like me who washes their vehicle, you know, once a week when it's you know, winter time out, or, you know, somebody who takes care of other vehicles like that Durango I have on my channel, you know, when it's getting washed every week or every, you know, 10 days, that's what the ceramic coat is for. So, and you can go farther than that. You know, it's recommended you do a maintenance wash every quarter, basically. And I go above and beyond, but I just like that protection, you know, with that ceramic coat. But if you have a vehicle like this that is in deep need of repair, you can throw the ceramic coat on, but if you don't hand wash it quarterly, if you don't run it even through the normal car wash, what good is it? You may as well just put some spray wax on and basically call it good. There's a little dent there as well, kind of tougher to see. Can't really see it actually. But, you know, to somebody who likes their car and takes care of their vehicle, yes, the ceramic coat is definitely the way to go. But for the average citizen out there, like somebody who owns this vehicle, I mean, you could see the rims and stuff. And I am going to deep clean these a little bit more. But, you know, to somebody who, like that's hard to get off. Like, that's very difficult to get off. But to somebody who, you know, just barely takes care of their vehicle, I don't think the ceramic coat is the way to go. So I digress here. We're going to jump into repairing this vehicle, and it is going to take a little while, but I will show you kind of what I use and just to get this. Basically, there's no deep scratches on this, but just to get those swirl marks and those lighter scratches out of this vehicle here. It appears here there's some sort of chemical or pine sap or something on there that, you know, we will be able to take care of. It just needs a little bit of shine on the clear coat. All right, folks, so this is what we are going to be using on the vehicle, and I want to start with the front part of the hood here, as far as I can reach. And we are going to be using the Meguiars Mirror Glaze 205 Ultra Finishing Polish with which I need to get a new pad. I'm probably going to use this finishing pad here, this Ultra Finishing pad Yeah, it is. It's a little bit softer than this orange one. And then to wipe off the residue, we've got our microfiber cloths here and the quick detailer mist and wipe from Meguiars. So that is kind of how we are going to start. All right, folks, so we are going to start here with about 4 dabs, if you can see this, about 4 dabs on this polishing pad here, and then we are just going to put it over the surface. And I should also be noted that I did use about 4 sprays of that quick mist. Usually I like to use something a little bit higher quality, but I'm not, from Meguiars, I'm not overly worried about that today, to lubricate the pad. So we're going to start out on the one side here. We're just going to go around the vehicle, go around the area that we applied the product, just to make sure there's even spreading of the material around and we're not flinging anything. So once we did that, we are going to speed it up to about 4. Then we're going to go on a cross patch pattern in order to move. So nice and slow. There is no rush with this. And again, it's like a do-it-yourself at home. Everybody can kind of do it. On moving, not allowing the product to dry. So that's basically what we want to do. So as we're continuing to move here, it's important that you don't let the product dry. Something like this. I am going to do another cross patch down the back and see if 3 cross patches are enough to kind of compare this to what I want to do. And it should be noted that, when you're doing this yourself and not for anybody, all you need to do is to make sure that you get the paint where you like it. That's the biggest thing. If you get the paint where you like it, then you can be done with the car until a sealant or a wax or a ceramic coat on it and call it good. So the nice thing about this is personal preference. This car being 11 years old, I'm not going to get completely OCD about it. This is a brand new, E53, something like that. So let's see kind of see what we'll do one more time on a higher speed of the car. So we're just going to let the compound do the work and just kind of see what to expect at a higher speed as the sun rises. So this means serious means here. I don't have the time. I don't want to do a compound of a head-to-head compound or nano finishing polish. So this is kind of the best of both worlds for me. I found that the Meguiars 205 was the best I had bought. To get to the right speed. So I'm just going to try that. Where it goes and how it works. So I am going to dry this off and then I will take a video to show you how the rest of it works. I am going to add this video here, but I wish you can kind of see that little chunk there of what I did, and especially right there, how much that took that little streaking off of the paint. You can see where I did it was just a very darker, it's a lot darker now. It shines better. It's a darker color. This still bothers me right here, although I have a very good feeling we'll be able to just, as we did right there, we'll be able to really, if I work on this, I'll be able to take that out. Whatever that was ate into the clear coat a little bit, but we'll be able to get that residue out. It really won't be noticeable. But you can see compared to the rest of the paint here, how good that chunk looks compared to over there or right here. Big difference. So we're just going to continue to do that with the rest of the car, and I will kind of update you step by step on how it is working for us. All right, folks, we have finished the Meguiars 205 Ultra Finishing Polish. As you can see, I haven't had a great chance to buff off all that polish yet, but I'm not too worried. It'll buff off pretty easy once I get a good microfiber on it here. But you can see I waited till the end to do around the plastic here, because this plastic seems to give off a lot of black residue. So I waited to do the roof and everything until the last part. You know, you don't want to get that, you don't want to get your pad very dirty. I did exchange pads here over the course of this vehicle probably about 6 times, just to ensure the freshness of the pad. And then, of course, like I said, I waited until, you know, the last part of the vehicle to get around this black trim. Here, that's rubber and 11 years old. You know, it is getting old. So anyway, this is the better looking side of the vehicle here. I am going to apply a ceramic coat on this. So with that kit, and I also do have in my shop here just like an alcohol-based solvent to get rid of whatever excess oils or, as an example, this polish that is on the paint, and that will make the paint pretty much neutral, basically, with the polish and any other sort of residues that were left on. To apply the graphene ceramic coating advanced kit by Adams properly. So one thing, you know, being an 11-year-old, now 12-year-old vehicle as of January 1st today, I just didn't want to do anything with the rims yet. So I just left them as is. I wasn't comfortable hitting these rims up yet, mainly because I don't want any, you know, I did do a good job washing this, but I don't want any rocks or sand or anything to hit these rims at all. You know, the nice thing about these not being black like the other 2 cars I did here, my other 2 vehicles, you don't really notice scratches very much on this, so I'm not too worried about those. Rims, I did not do them. I am not going to do them. I am still going to ceramic coat those, but to tell you the truth, what I've noticed with the other 2 vehicles here, with the truck and the Durango, is that you can be perfectly fine putting some sort of sealant or wax over it every time you go to wash your vehicle, and you should be okay. So, like I said, I will ceramic coat those, but still apply some sealant or wax or anything like that. So I am pretty happy with this. I've been working on and off with this vehicle here the last few days. You know, this is definitely the worst paint I've come across on the vehicles that I've done before. If I had more time and there weren't as many rock chips up here, I would definitely do a compound, and then I would use this Ultra Finishing Polish because it's only a 4 on the cut scale, so it's not a very heavy cut. But for the purposes of myself and what this car is, I am totally okay with this result. You know, once I throw a coat on this here and get rid of the excess polish that's still on the vehicle, it will look really good. And stuff like this, I'm not overly worried about that. I did get some touch-up paint here where I'm going to touch up some of these larger scratches. Like that one there, a noticeable one, and a door ding right here. Otherwise, these smaller ones, you're really not going to be able to notice. The rest of the car is going to look great once I put that ceramic coat on. But I am pretty impressed with the result here, especially on the top end of the vehicle where you don't have as much scratches and rock chips and all that. Even the mirrors look pretty good. And this glass roof, it made it look excellent as well. So overall, pretty impressed with the result from that 205, as I always am. That's kind of my go-to. You know, I just don't have the time to basically do a cutting compound and then do the finishing polish on top of it. So I found that this Meguiars 205 is kind of the best of both worlds in terms of cutting and finishing. So for my purposes of the vehicles that I have and use, you know, it made the Durango look like brand new, better than brand new. It helped out my truck a lot, although my truck needed to have a cutting compound done on it first in order to get some of those deep scratches out. And you can see here in the right light, you can notice must have been a bug or something. Something ate right through this clear coat. And folks, that's why it's important to wash your vehicles. It baffles me that people just don't take care of their vehicles as good as I do, or just in general. But wherever I was going with that, back on track here, for my purposes here, the Megs 205 works perfect. It works great. You know, if I was dealing with maybe a newer Benz, a E53 or something like that, or a Genesis or a Charger Scat Pack, yeah, and the paint wasn't good, yeah, I would probably go compound, and then I would go this finishing polish here. I'd make the time. But for a $14,000 vehicle, this is perfect, and this is what I needed that product to do. So driving down the road in a 12-year-old vehicle, this is going to look better than probably about 90 to 95% of the E550s on the road, and there aren't too many on the road. So that's something to be proud of right there. So wish me luck on the next part here of this graphene ceramic coating advanced kit, and I will also be making a video about that as well.